Welcome back to our talk show. I believe you did not really miss us.
No.
Alright, here I am again in this talk show as they compare.
Wow.
And I've always been with this amiable friend of mine beside me.
Wow.
In all the series,
Mm.
we want to add value to you.
Yes.
And that is why we're always coming your way every time, any day, and in all around the clock. Now, as of last week, we talked about so many things, and I believe you were following us on the channel. But today, we have one peculiar topic or subject we'll look at. It's striking. In fact,
Wow.
these are pressing issues, these are concerns that are happening in our world today. That some people are myopic about the subject. Some people are aware of the subject. Today, we are going to speak generally and also bring to your notice that these things, there is need for self-awareness. In case you are not aware, you have to be aware of this subject matter. Now the question, what are we talking about in today's series of our talk show? It is human trafficking. That is a subject. You can call it modern day slavery. Yes.
Wow.
It is also called modern day slavery or human trafficking. Now, you've heard what we want to talk about. What is on your mind? Come please. And before I delve a bit into the subject, I want us to know that this very subject or topic is very broad. We won't be able to dissect it in one series. We are going to handle it in different parts. Today, this is going to be the first part, right?
Yeah.
So this is the first part. And the first part, I'm going to lay a foundational knowledge of it. We'll share with you also the statistics, what is happening in our world, and we'll give you instances so that you will be able to understand what is really happening in our world today. Now, do you really know what is human trafficking? Let us start from there. Human trafficking or modern day slavery, as I said, it is an act, a person whereby a person is forcefully transported. It is an act whereby a person is forcefully transported either for an illegal activities. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes.
I said it is an act whereby a person is forcefully transported either for an illegal activities or criminal acts. And what are they? There are so many of these things. Example, modern slavery, sex trade, drug abuse, and there are so many of them. And we're going to lay foundation in the different parts we'll be looking at in the series. Now, for this part, I want to tell you again, let me bring to your notice. Do you know that human trafficking is a crime and is a punishable offense for anyone that indulges in this act or is involved or caught? And I'm telling you, it could be your family is not affected.
Wow.
It can happen that you're not affected by this. But I want to shock you, there are people out there, there are children out there who are affected. There are young people out there, there are teenagers out there who have been deceived into believing what people say. And in the course, they become victims of human trafficking. And this modern day slavery we are talking about, let me ask you a question. Do you know that it is a crime to employ a child to work as a house help? I know you don't know this one. Under dangerous condition for that matter. Do you even know it is an offense, a punishable offense for that matter, to recruit persons and force them into prostitution? There are young people today that are facing this issue, that are victims. They need that greener pastures. They become vulnerable. Do you know it's also a crime to lure someone abroad? I know some of us that want to go abroad. Oh, I want to japa from this country. My friend, is it not true?
It's true.
Everybody wants greener pastures. They want to japa from the country.
It's true.
But the japaring you want to japa to, do you know what it entails? Do you know whether you're going to be used for sex trade, for prostitution? or whether you're going to be exploited. I will also tell you that it's an offense to hold any person under bondage because of any debt. Are you paying attention?
Yes.
It is also a crime to buy and sell human beings. This is just it. This is just the foundational knowledge of what we are talking about, the basic knowledge. But I want to bring you the statistics, the current statistics, recent statistics of World Health. No, that of last year. World Health Organization said that over 27 million people are victims of human trafficking. Imagine, see the count. 27 million people are victims of human trafficking. How many are we on earth?
Jesus.
That we have 27 million people who are subject to human trafficking and modern day slavery. Things are really happening in the world today. Let me share a story with us before we delve further. I recall in a certain state, a woman was into a business and asked me what kind of business was this person doing, this woman doing in that state. This woman gathered young females and male, young men and women between the ages of 12, 13, 14 and 15. I don't even know how she lured these teenagers. They were in a confined place, an enclosed place. What do they do in that enclosed place? That was a baby factory business that the woman was into. Not until when she was arrested. This woman, these children, these young people were enclosed, were in a confinement. That the young boys usually have sex with these young girls in a very enclosed place. And what happens to these young girls? At the end, in that enclosed place, they are going to give birth after 9 months. And after 9 months, the woman in particular sells out those babies. That is the baby factory business I'm talking about. These are realistic things. They are apparently happening. Those children, those young boys and girls were abused. Only God knows how they lure the children. And it's happening in our society today. Are you a mother? Are you a father? I understand the rate of poverty in the country, but that should not allow you to not investigate. If someone comes to carry your baby to take your child, you have to investigate. What is the purpose? Why do they want to go with my baby? Sometimes they even lure our mothers. I recall the other time. They brainwashed them. They lured one woman and said they want to take your baby abroad. You know, the woman is not well to do now, struggling to survive in this very country, looking for what to do from foot to mouth. I'm telling you, realistic things are happening. The woman was lured, and the lady was of the age of 17. They needed the greener pastures. That's what I'm talking about. People are vulnerable to these things, to this subject matter we are you're talking about. So what happened? The lady was transported illegally to another country and was used for sex trade. I want you to open your eyes. Things are really happening in the world. So today, I've laid a foundation of what we are really talking about. This is just part one. So now, what are the elements of this old modern day slavery or human trafficking? There are elements. There are ways to which people get people, lure people, deceive people. So what are the elements? The acts. We are going to look at the acts. We are going to look at the means. And we are also going to look at the purpose to which is achieved. So what is this act? The act is to recruit people. Another part of it is that these people are forced. It's a forceful act. Human trafficking is a forceful act. It is deceitful. The act is through deceitfulness. They deceive you to take your baby outside, to japa. Pay attention. And the another one is the means. The means to which they achieve this thing. And it's always by threat. If you are captured, if you want to report, they say they will kill you. These are things that are realistic. And the purpose, the other one is the purpose to which is achieved. What do they want to use this person to be forcefully and illegally transported from where he or she was to another place, another enclave where you do not even know at all? It's for sex trade. Like I shared a story with you of the baby factory. It's also for baby factory reasons. Some people say it is a business. But I thank God that people are lending their voice today. So I'm not just sitting alone. I have just laid a foundational knowledge for this part. So now we are going to look at the forms of this human trafficking. And she is going to elaborate briefly on